Honestly, I don't. I think that our girls' teams are just as celebrated as our boys. Since Maya and I are both on cross country and track, we have both boys and girls on our team, so we can celebrate each other during our meets, which makes it really cool. But honestly, I think our community and school as a whole are very inclusive of all sports.
I do think that it is fair to say that our community does treat women and men's sports fairly equally, and that a lot of our students here at the school like to support both of them.
But I've definitely seen a difference, like even my freshman year to my senior year, in that there was a lot more participation in boys sports earlier on, but I think now our senior athletes are pretty celebrated and we're pretty talented, and so I think more people are excited to watch us.
Freshman year, there weren't as many people coming to the girls' basketball games, but obviously now as we see it, there's no difference between boys and girls basketball with community participation.
Coaches are really good on this issue. They understand we want to support our classmates, and they're usually good about working around so we can support them one way or another throughout the year.
I think it's unfortunate that we don't have as many turnout for girls because there is just as much happening in the spring as there is the fall. So it doesn't really add up almost.
I actually see the sexism every time that we have a pitching bullpen in the gym, or when I personally have pitching lessons. If there are any guys nearby, they will always comment on how I must be easy to hit off of because I don't throw as hard as baseball players. And when in reality, our softball team is way better than our baseball team. And I personally am going to college for my pitching and hold a school record here at Eudora. With baseball and softball, especially pitchers, we see it all the time.
If anything, it's been our coaches saying that the girls are better.
Yeah.
The boys need to be like the girls just because we work hard and we have such a good drive. So I've never experienced something like that.
I think we feel more pressure to prove ourselves to people, which can kind of be bad, I guess, but also makes us work a little bit harder and it motivates us to be better, and so I think that's a good part about it.
That's very suffocating, and it's kind of, I don't know, you feel trapped. It'd be full of anger and disappointment.
Personally, if I saw that and I was like trying to get myself better and they were like stopping me saying, hold on, don't overexert yourself, I would think, I am stronger than you think I am. I think I can definitely work more. Just let me do that. Let me push myself. Let me see what I can do. I think that every person has a certain amount that they can exert themselves, and they know that for themselves personally.
I could never imagine not being allowed to push myself to be better because I was a woman. It's a crazy idea to me, and I'm glad that we've moved on from that.
As a woman with that statement, it definitely makes me feel lesser than a man. If my goals are to be different than a man's goals, that just kind of has a different standard for both. If I want to put in the work and be as good as I know I can be, then there shouldn't be any difference, really.
I think it's important to recognize how far we've come from that point and how things like for Title IX have changed how sports have been played since then.